So the snowplow is basically, whenever I bend a string, my first finger comes over and gently rests idly upon the strings I'm bending up into. The last thing this does, which is just genius, because this bugged me for years until I worked this out, is that sometimes you'll probably find when you're bending a string, the other strings jump over your finger like this. I bet this ruins your life too. Watch this. You bend a string and this pops over on top of your fingers and you go, why God? Well, to prevent that, just put your finger up and it suppresses all those evil strings and you can bend into them to your heart's content and none of them make any noise and none of them jump over your fingers, and it's like a win-win situation. So that's the snowplow. Here are some close-ups of me ploughing. The result of using the plough is that you get a very, very pure sounding bent note. If you don't use the plough, all the strings will always try to resonate at the nearest frequency to whatever it is you're playing, especially if you've got a good guitar. So here's an example of a bend without the plough and then a bend with the plough. So I'm going to put the volume up a little bit. This may not sound nice, but it'll be a good example. So here's a bend without the plough. And at the end of that bend you could hear a lot of string noise, and also you heard this other string I'm bending into. I'll do that again. And here it is with the plough. Just a smoother operation all round, isn't it? Very Michael Jackson. So there you go. There's a bit about palm muting, keeping things clean. Of course, we have left the palm out. Now, palm muting is an interesting puppy because it's all to do with placement. If you put your palm down at the wrong place, you can utterly destroy all the tone in your palm muted notes. If you bring it too far back, it doesn't make a difference. So it's all about placement. Palm muting is great for sort of cleaning up and making notes choppy, and it obviously cleans the notes either side of the string you're playing. So if I was to play a note or several notes, they're all palm muted, very gently palm muted, and the perception it gives you is a clarity because you don't hear this kind of wash of other notes around it being resonated and all this kind of thing. So the way I do it really is I put my palm pretty much about 1 centimetre after the bridge and it just gently mutes the other strings. A lot of guitar players get a similar sound by cheating, and they'll take their hairband, because we all have long hair as guitarists, and they'll put it just over here past the nut, and it just gently mutes the strings so that if you touch a string down it frets. Kind of like Michelangelo Batiste in the double neck guitar video. So yeah, that's basically palm muting. But if you bring your palm too far forward, you get this kind of... You get like a non-note. You just get a g. And if you bring it too far back, nothing happens. So it's to do with placement of the palm. So there you have it. Muting, clean playing, it's all very exciting. The best thing to do is really to be aware of all this, but kind of keep it on a back burner in the back of your mind and just play a lot with lots and lots of gain and very, very loud, because gain is your friend. It'll tell you if you're not muting, because it'll go meh, and you don't want to hear the meh. So crank it up, as much gain as possible, ignore anyone around you, what do they know, and if they arrest you, just call me, I'll sort you out, it's not a problem.